Hello, hello, everyone. It is Monday. Thank you all for being patient and waiting for the stream to go up. I really appreciate it. So today is a D&D campaign. We ran it last week, and this week we're starting an hour earlier to help for another player to be able to join. She couldn't join for this session, but she will probably be able to join for following sessions. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so this is the Korakuni campaign. It is a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign, homebrew. So I've been making everything up as we go along. I am not fully prepared for this session, but we'll see how it goes. You know, I can improv. I just might not have tokens for it. Um. Anyway, this is Korakuni is a country based off Japan, set during the time between feudal Japan and being revolutionized by the Western countries. So it's kind of a mix of feudal and like Victorian era Europe and kind of things like that. Um, and magic has been this big thing in Korakuni, and nowhere else on the in the world. And then now magic is dwindling in Korakuni, so they opened up their borders to get their hands on this thing called Krista, which gives allows people to use magic. And so the folks in Korakuni, especially the government, wanted to make sure that their people could keep up their magical livelihood. And so now Krista is now available in the country to help with the dwindling magic issues. Um, and Yeah, I'll do a recap when I bring in all the players, which I will do right now. Hey everyone, Kenichi Rika Sumire. I am now, the mic is now open for you all. One thing I forgot to say, and I think needs to be repeated for everybody, I forgot to say that there is a 5% chance of your spell failing if you cast a spell that is first level or higher. I also need to go
Right.
check for other, like, if there's something that says it's like magical and it's not a cantrip sort of thing. Like if it's like it refills on a long or short rest, there's going to be a chance it doesn't fire too. But I'll do that on a case
Right.
by case basis. To roll for the 5%, it's going to be a 1d100 roll. It's not going to be based off a d20. Otherwise, it'd be a 20% chance of failure, which I think is a little too high. Um, Hopefully it won't really be a problem because 5% chance is pretty low. But yeah, maybe in the adventure as magic gets worse, the percentage might go up or something. But for now, it should just be 5%. Um, all right, let's do a session recap. I'm gonna go to the session notes. Um, all right, so last session was the first session. Our character Pixie, who isn't here for this session, she will be coming back for next sessions. Um, Pixie, and Kenichi joined Nakajima Detective Agency. That was their first day with session one. Rika kind of led them around. She's been working here for a while, I believe. Did we say 3 years? I think.
Yes.
Yes, 3 years. Okay, I will hopefully remember that eventually. So
Yes.
Rika, Pixie, and
You're
Kenichi
good.
were given a job by Sasuke, who's the boss of the agency. And they had to find a skumogami, which is what's a Japanese word for a item that has gained sentience and is living. It's kind of like a yokai. It can be worshipped like a god kind of thing. But they exist within Korakuni. And Nakamoto lost his Skumogami friend named Fukuchi, and Fukuchi is a bag of holding. So they are always, together, and Fukuchi holds a lot of his stuff. Nakamoto went to the Talking Cat, which is a restaurant, the previous night, and was listening to Tomiko, who's a geisha. She is renowned for her beautiful playing and singing. She's very popular at the Talking Cat. However, Nakamoto's memory went missing during the time where she was performing, and then he woke up in jail and just doesn't remember what happened since that point in time. He went back to the restaurant after bailing himself out. Thankfully, he had some money with him that wasn't in Fukuchi, but he wasn't allowed into the restaurant because apparently he completely wrecked the place during the during the lapse of memory. And the proprietor of the Talking Cat wanted him to pay up. So he was like, well, I guess I can't go in and look for my bag because they're pretty upset with me. So he went to the detective agency to see if they could help him find his bag. Um, the party goes to the Talking Cat and they notice how trashed up the place was. So they decided to help clean up the place. The proprietor, she was going to pay them 50 GP for cleaning it up, I believe, as a party and not per person. I can't remember, but I think it wasn't too much money. I think Pixie tried to haggle, but the persuasion check wasn't high enough, and she didn't accept the haggle. The party was hoping that by cleaning up the place, they might be able to get people to open up a bit more, as well as give an opportunity to investigate without necessarily being hindered by others. Um, as they were going up and cleaning up the place, they noticed that the attack on the place seemed random and frantic. It wasn't. It didn't seem like it was a conscious part on Nakamoto's part. It's as if he was kind of out of his mind, kind of thing. The geisha Tamiko was there, so they asked out about her. Asked about what happened that previous night. Um, and she said that she was basically attacked by him, but she was able to get away from the attack. When the party talked to the proprietor, they found out that Tomiko didn't ask for the guards to like come in and handle the situation. Nakamoto was arrested by the guards when he was forced out of the building. Um, Anyway, they come back to Tomiko and ask about where Fukuchi might be, and she doesn't know where Fukuchi is. They said back, they didn't say the Skumogami. Um, right after that talk, Tomiko was like, "I'm gonna leave. I have to go do stuff now," and so the party decided to follow her. Because they thought it was a little suspicious. And they failed their stealth check. So instead, they decided to hang out with her, to go with her, and they all decided to convince her to go buy some mochi. So they all went to the marketplace. Oh, forgot. Rika did a point. There was a point in time where Rika played music with her and noticed that Tomiko is a magical bard. She is not just a regular bard. She's kind of magical. And the way that she sings, it sounds like she has double the voices. It's kind of like a harmonization. Um, so everyone went to the marketplace to get mochi. Tomiko explained that it was difficult to get enough money for Krista and that it's really important for her. She doesn't explain why, but most people rely on magic in Korakuni, so it's been a bit hard for her. Um, I think during that conversation, because Tomiko was saying that it was hard for her, Pixie decided to take that opportunity to hug her, but also do a sleight of hand check to find if Fukuchi was on her. Pixie was able to get a very high roll and found Fukuchi and stole him back successfully, and Tomiko did not notice. The party made plans to go out for mochi again with Tomiko tomorrow, aka this session. Um, and then as they're walking away back to the talking cat, Kenichi noticed that Tomiko has a second mouth on the back of her head. It was a very momentary, catch a glimpse of it. And Rika, who has worked with the agency for a while and knows about yokai, knows she's a Futakuchi Onna, which is a two-mouth woman. The second mouth really likes to eat. And Kenichi, when they went back to the talking cat, he was able to confirm this by feeding mochi to the second mouth. Not like very obvious, but they were able to see it. Anyway, after that, the party returned back to the detective agency and gave Fukuchi back to Nakamoto, and they got together and they cried over things. The party also went back to the marketplace. There was a Krista seller, and Rika was interacting with him. She found out that he accepts Skumogami in exchange for Krista, and where you bought the mochi in the marketplace was very close to this guy, so it may or may not be related to Tomiko. She kind of like did jump a little bit when he was like barking out, like trying to sell his stuff. Anyway, trying to trade Skumogami for Krista is illegal since the government is only allowing for money for GP in exchange for Krista. Um, but so now the party knows about that. And then they got food, and that was the end of the session. That was a really long recap. Um, does anybody have questions?
Nope.
I'm all good.
Okay.
I can't wait to do the mistakes and make people suspicious.
Okay.
Mhm.
And with that, we will start this session. Today is the next day that Kenichi has joined the agency. Rika and Kenichi, you both go to Nakajima Detective Agency for, like seeing if there's any new jobs that have
Right.
come in. It's your job, right? Like it's where you
Right.
work. So like you go back to the
Right.
detective agency. And as you are getting prepared, maybe you're putting down your bags or whatever, there's a jingle from the front door. Um, Spotify did stop the playback. Very frustrated. Okay. Sorry, I have to pause this because I have to get the music now. I
Dun, dun,
guess I
dun, dun,
cannot.
dun, dun.
I cannot rely on Spotify, which is very frustrating. It's because like I make playlists for the music in
Mm.
Spotify, and now I can't do that. Uh, Japanese.
Okay, laptop's fully charged.
Uh, I think this one. Sure, this one. I can't hear anything.
Oh, I don't hear anything either.
Okay, can you hear
I,
this? It's very quiet. You might have to turn up the volume on your end. It's 3 hours. Okay, that's perfect. Um, okay. Where was I? Oh, okay. The door to the detective agency jingles, and in walks a half oni. Uh, Sumire, if you would like to describe yourself.
sure. So Samire is a like Goof said, a half Oni. She has long violet hair that's kind of tied up in multiple like braids and such. And she wears kind of not fancy robes, but she wears more Eastern style garb. And yeah, she has kind of demon-like eyes, so you can kind of tell there with red horns. Mm.
Yeah. And then Sumire is a cleric, Miko cleric. So she is attuned a little bit to the Shinto religion and the Shinto gods and goddesses that exist in this world. As you walk in Sumire, you are greeted by a human woman, and she says, "Oh, hello! Are you here to? Do you need any help finding things? Welcome to Nakajima Detective Agency."
Um, the enthusiasm kind of throws Tamiri a little off, but She looks at the woman in acknowledgement and just kind of nods at her to let her know that she heard everything she was saying.
So is there an issue? Is there anything you need to find? Oh, or are you here to apply and be one of our detectives?
Yes,
Phew.
here to apply, she answers kind of dryly.
Yeah. She says, "Wonderful. Here you go. Here is our what do you call them? Not rules. Application. Here's our application for the job." And she hands you a piece of paper and it's I think it's a quill this time that she gives. And you can look on over the terms of the job. Look fine to you. We're not gonna go into the nitty gritty lawyer style of anything. And Sumire, it looks good, so you sign it. Um, and she says, "Wonderful. So you just want to head on over to the back room over there, and you're gonna go talk to our boss, Sasuke. He's gonna have some info, and maybe there's a new job to do. And then you'll probably have to do a first job, and then if you do well on it, you'll actually be fully employed by us."
Sumire nods in acknowledgement again and says, I appreciate it, and she follows directions and heads towards the back room.
Rika and Kenichi, the both of you also head to the room where Sasuke is, and you meet up with Sumire on the way there. Yes. I don't know if any of you want to say anything to her or you just continue walking.
I'd continue walking.
What about you, Kenichi?
Yeah, I'll follow Rika
Okay.
because
All right, so the three of you walk there. Rika, you do notice that Sumire is a new face, but you could also assume that she might be a new employee.
Okay.
And the three of you head to Sasuke's boss room. In this room, Sumire, I will describe it for you. The other two had it last time, but as a refresher, this room has is decorated in like a dragon motif. On the back wall are these two dragon like reliefs on the wall, and they are blue and golden, and they kind of are like spiraling around. They're Eastern dragons, so they don't have wings. They're more like snakes with their bodies kind of twirling around and um, looking very artistic. And speaking of dragons, Sasuke himself, at least you assume it's Sasuke, he is a Ryuke, which is a dragon, the dragonborn of Korakuni. He is a blue Ryuke, and he's got his whiskers, and he looks at you all and says, "Ah, hello. You look new." And he points to you, Sumire. "Are you a new recruit?"
Sumire gives a slight bow and says yes, and
Wonderful,
just
wonderful.
take.
And Rika and Kenichi, yeah. What's her name? He points to you, Sumire.
My name is Sumire.
Oh, nice to meet you. This is Rika and Kenichi. They are fellow detectives. So Sumire, we're gonna have you be on a job, and then if you do a good job, you'll be hired on the spot, essentially, right? Like it's just a trial run. Now, Rika, Kenichi, Sumire, um, uh, I actually do have a job for you. It just came in. Or the sorry, I'm a little razzled. Um, the Miko we work closely with, Kiku Miyata. She works at Usagami Shrine. She's let us know that one of the other sister shrines they need some help. Fukurogami Shrine. Um, that's the owl god shrine, and we found out that one of their items that was like heavily sealed because it was very cursed. Well, it's been broken into, the seal's been broken, and the items are missing. So they're hoping that we can go find where these things have gone. I believe they're arrows, 3 arrows, but you might want to follow up with the shrine. The shrine maiden there is Konda, and so you could go talk to her and figure out what's going on.
Okay, and do you know about what color are the arrows? Like, are they pink?
No, I'm not sure about the colors, but the owls are probably not pink. We don't have pink owls usually. I've never seen a pink owl.
It's very strange. Very strange.
Gotcha. Well, we'll be sure to recover these blue arrows fairly quickly, I hope.
Blue elves? What are elves? Oh, right. There's some elves on the
Sorry.
western continent.
No, sorry, my speech impediment.
Oh,
Arrows, A-R-R-O.
oh, arrows. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sasuke shows you on the map where Fukurogami Shrine is located. Let me make an entry for that real quick because I did not get around to it. So Fukurogami is in the lower ward. Nope, that's not what I want. Please let me. Nope, that's not what I want either. There we go. And then I need the text. Okay. And all right. Let me zoom it out a little bit. Okay. And that is where Fukurogami Shrine is. That is where Sasuke points you out to you. Was there anything you wanted to do before heading there? Maybe I don't know if Sumire want to introduce yourself in universe to Rika and Kenichi, or you all can just be like, yeah, it's cool, you know.
Sumire just kind of nods over at her other two coworkers and says, "Looking forward to working with you," and then ends
You
it up.
as well. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sleeping. Not sleeping, slurping. I'm slurping noodles. So if you're hearing me saying any noises, I'm
Okay.
just waiting for you all if you're all good.
Okay.
Howdy, Samari. My name is Kenichi.
Nice to meet you, Kenichi.
I'll go ahead and shake your hand. No, wait, sorry, Japan, we bow. I'll bow to you.
Sumire gives a bow back.
Oh, and this young lady here is Rika.
Hi.
She gives her a silence as well.
Rika does bow back. Ah.
Well, I believe I'm done. I'll follow your guys' lead on the hunt for the orange arrows.
All right. Unless you want to do something else, I'm gonna head you on over to Fukurogami Shrine. Going once, going twice.
Yeah, you can go
Oh,
ahead.
Okay. moving the star down. All right, you end up at Fukurodagami Shrine. This shrine isn't very, very large. It is better than some other shrines, which are just like a little statue with some incense surrounding it on the street. This one actually has like two buildings. It's got the main like shrine building. Um, it's one story though. It's nothing fancy. It does have a torii gate, just one. A torii gate is a like a. It's hard to explain. It's a wooden structure um, that has like a flat top and then two columns holding it up. Let me see if I, excuse me, if I can find a picture for those who don't know what a torii gate looks like. Oh, that's perfect. Copy image address. Korakuni campaign. Here we go. So that is a picture of a torii shrine or torii gate. Let me do it in the um let's do it in stream. So it looks something like that sort of thing. So the torii shrine torii gate is basically the red awning that's very small, and you pass through it when going into a shrine. So you have that as you walk through. The area has a little bit of plants and stuff, so it's got a little bit of scenery. And it does have trees, and looking into them, you can see that there are definitely owls living here. They seem to be enjoying this place. And then so I said there was a main shrine building where you can do your what's it called? Not prayers, but not pray. Well, it is praying. Okay, yeah. There was a different word I'm looking for, but basically you can pray there. And then there is one other building that looks to be like a storage house. As you walk into this shrine, there is a shrine maiden who is currently sweeping the walkway, and she sees you all and says, "Ah, hello. There's currently some trouble going on at this shrine, but if you need to pray, you are welcome to do so. Just be a little wary. That's all."
Okay. Rika just goes over to Shumi. She just goes, "Do you know what to do here?"
Do you mean Sumire?
Yeah.
What was the name of the person we were supposed to be looking for again?
The shrine maiden here is, or her name is, Cho Konda. Or you can just say Cho.
Okay.
Smiri just walks up to the person and says, we're looking for a chokonda.
Oh, that's actually me. Are you here to inquire about the stolen arrows? She looks a bit worried.
Samiri nods and just says, yes, we're from the Nakajima Detective Agency.
Ah, yes, thank you so much. Um, yes, I did ask for help from Kiku, and it looks like you all can help me out. I really appreciate it. It looks like there are no one else here, so I think I can show you. Follow me to the storeroom. And she leads the three of you to the storeroom, and she unlocks the lock there. It seems fairly complicated. Um, There's also a little bit of like chanting she does, so there seems to be like a magical component to this as well, besides just a physical lock itself. And then the storeroom opens and she leads you into the back. In this storeroom, it's kind of dark, there's no lights in here, and there's a lot of boxes in here. I think with just a passive arcana from everybody, you can feel that there's something like very heavy magic in this room. It seems like there's a lot of magical things in here. Um, and she leads you to the back, and there's this box with a lid. It is covered in prayer slips, which are just kind of like this long rectangular white not scroll, but like piece of paper, and then like Japanese kanji characters are written on it, kind of nice and pretty. But all of you can read what it says. These ones seem to be like seal. Um, Hold on a second. Um, there's the words seal, undo curse, barrier, calm. They seem to be related to sealing what was supposed to be in this box. But you notice that the paper talismans have been ripped where the lid can be pulled off. And Cho says sadly, yes, these. I hadn't gone into the storeroom for a while. It's not very often that I come in here. But I do have to come in here from time to time to clean it up and make sure it's not dusty. I came in here this morning and I found out that this box had clearly been broken into. The seal is undone. I believe this was the seal for these cursed arrows created 100 years ago, made with owl feathers, but um I'm not 100% sure. I believe that's what these ones are though.
Mm. Mm.
Can I attempt to put the seal together, like with my hands?
I mean, you would have to replace the paper talismans. They are ripped in half, essentially.
Mhm.
Um, are we able to inspect the box for any kind of like energy?
Sure, you can. Let's do an Arcana check for that.
Mhm.
Do you need help with finding where the Arcana skill is on your sheet?
I found it on my sheet. It is slowly
Oh,
rolling.
there it is. I see it. It is very slowly rolling.
Oh,
19. Great. That's a great
Yes.
number. Um, with a 19, you notice that the magic in this box is dissipating. There's a very faint trace of it. You can tell that the way that this box was broken into, it was easily broken into, which means that they dispelled the magic barrier, the seal that was for this box. So most likely the person who broke into this box can use magic.
Okay.
Samiri looks at Cho, I think that's her name, and says, it appears that magic was used to break this seal.
Oh,
Um, yeah,
then that explains how they might have gotten into the storehouse. They must be quite powerful. It's a problem if they took the owl arrows. You see, 100 years ago, this fierce owl attacked this Kageyaku Toshi, the current capital, but it was much smaller at the time, and it was attacking civilians all over the place. And some hunters went out to go and defeat it, so they killed the owl, and with they thought as a prize that they would use the feathers to create arrows with it. And when they use the arrows, though, it caused the person that got hit to be cursed, as well as the person who shot the arrow. They would be cursed to become owls themselves, but go and attack fiercely and vengefully in awful ways, similar to how that owl was in the first place. And so they decided to seal away these arrows. It was brought to the Fukurogami shrine because we are associated with the owl god, and they thought maybe by putting it in this shrine it would calm down the owl itself. But I don't know. I mean, these arrows, this box hasn't been open for over 100 years. Who knows if the curse is still going on? It's very dangerous if these arrows are the ones that got taken.
Hmm. Could these cursed people be these owls that inhabit this area?
No, no, no. These owls are just normal owls. As far as I can tell. She looks a little quizzically and then says, I've never done a detect magic on them. I thought they were normal owls.
Do I see any owls in the tree?
You're currently deep in the storehouse, so you can't see owls from where you are. There's no windows in here. But on your way, there were owls in the trees.
Do you think that the owls came back to get the arrows? I thought I saw some on the way here.
Oh, no, no, those owls are the ones that live in the trees in the area.
Hmm.
Maybe we should just inspect the owls. Just
Yeah,
double check and be sure.
yeah.
All
Let's
right.
check them.
Yeah, so you all go back out to go look at the owls. They seem to be congregating around one specific tree, um, and a lot of them are sleeping in their nests or on the branches, but a few of them do look down at you.
Mm.
If you would like to do a nature check, I don't believe with an arcana check could you. Well,
Uh,
okay, I'll say you could also do an arcana check if you want to check the owls are magical. It's not like you would quite
yeah.
sense anything in the air about them, but maybe the way that they act is like more intelligent or something.
I'm gonna try magic checking.
Okay.
I got a 6 on nature. Yay!
Okay.
That's awesome.
Wow.
6 and a 9. Sumire, do you want to try your hand? All right, here we go.
One day it will roll. One day.
One day.
One day I'll get a higher number. Uh,
Another 19. Nice. What was I gonna say? With a 19, looking at these owls, they seem rather intelligent. And not like normal owl behavior. The fact that they're staring at you but not moving, and they're not hooting at you either. These are the owls that are awake, not the owls that are sleeping. They are not looking at you. Only the owls that are awake. But what you do notice is that the owls that are awake are congregating around a certain branch. And after looking at you for a while, they look back at the branch and they're pecking at it.
Weird.
Um,
Samiri points over at the branch to alert the others.
Cho looks at the branch. She says, "Oh, that's strange behavior from the owls. Is there something wrong with it?"
Can I climb up to the branch?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say it just takes you time to climb up the tree. I'm not gonna do any rolls like, oh, you fell 20 feet, blah, 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 like whatever. It's fine. You can climb up the tree. You climb up the tree and you get to that branch. Make a investigation check.
Investigation? Okie dokie. Something I'm really good at. Yay, 11.
An 11. This branch looks like it had recently been stepped on. Um, it looks like there's like a bit of like a imprint, as if somebody really pressed hard on this branch to jump off or something like that. You can also tell like there's branches, like the smaller branches around this area have been broken off, as if something really heavy landed here. Maybe not really heavy, but like human sized heavy landed on this branch.
Hey guys, I think the person used this branch to jump into the building, and I kind of point
Mm.
towards it. So maybe we can find evidence on the ceiling.
Whoa.
Um, do you all want to go up onto the ceiling or just have one person do so?
Uh,
Um,
I
I think Samiri wants to ask Cho if they have any reason to believe anyone would want to break in.
Uh, who wants to break in? Like somebody who would have a reason to do so, you mean?
Yeah.
Cho says, well, we have a lot of items in our storage room that I think are quite valuable, and I could see them being stolen, but this one seems rather strange because it also, if you shoot the arrow, it will hurt the user as well. So I'm
Mm.
assuming it must be somebody who's ready to throw away their lives for whatever reason for using these arrows. Which is very sad to say. I don't want to see that.
Mm.
Um,
Is
yeah, go ahead.
would the person leave anything behind? Would there like be like if Rika would go and um see if she sees anything, like any objects, anything like the
Um,
person may have dropped or may have
sure. Like, around
seen.
the crime scene, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make a investigation check.
Okay. Please be a high number. Please be a good number. Okay.
Ooh, 23 is good.
23.
You do find a scrap of paper, which you're pretty sure probably doesn't belong to this storehouse, because it is a little bit of a painting. And it depicts a family portrait. There is two women. One of them is older. The other one looks like she's like a child, like an older child. And then there is a older, like a teenager guy, a teenager human man in there. But what you notice is that the mother, or you can assume it's a family portrait, so it's a mom, a daughter, and a
Okay.
son. The mother and the daughter, their faces are kind of like covered in an ink blot, um, as if it's been defaced.
Interesting. Interesting. She would ask Cho and would ask her, do you know these people? Are these people
Hmm. Um.
important to you? Are
I
they important to this place?
I've never seen this painting before. This is. I didn't even notice this. Um. Well, the boy looks a little familiar in this painting. Um. I mean, it's a painting, so I can't be very sure, but he he does have that streak of white hair in the front, and I there was a man that came by recently, like who looked like that.
Mm,
When was this man last by here?
Uh, it was about a month and a half ago.
mm,
Did he have any particular reason for visiting?
He was asking about stories of the shrine, and I do believe I did tell him about this cursed arrows one. Do you think he could be the one that stole them?
Probably.
Oh, ah, I just thought he was interested in our stories. No one asked me about the stories. She looks a little sad.
Did he seem particularly oh, poor thing. Did he seem particularly interested in that story specifically?
I don't know if it was specifically that one, but he was asking about ones that were more like deadly stories that involved like killing, which now is a little weird now that I think about it. She looks off into the distance.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know where he came from, but he didn't look particularly rich. Um,
Okay.
his clothes were pretty dirty. I did tell him that he could maybe clean up here at the shrine, but he did not do so.
Do you know where he headed after he left?
I think he went uh north from here.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm.
Does anybody want to check the roof or you want to ask more questions?
I do want to check the roof.
Okay. You can climb up to the roof. Did you? Yeah, you climb up to the roof. And make an investigation check up here.
Hopefully I get a good number this time.
I could use an action to cast guidance on him, I think.
Okay, yeah, for
Um,
sure. You give him guidance while he climbs up the roof because it's a minute long. So he can use it then.
D4, right?
Yeah, 1d4 added to that.
So
So
15
15
plus
plus 2,
18.
so 17. You notice that there is a little bit of loose tiling up here, as if somebody might have knocked a tile down, or slipped it down a little bit, and not in the like with their hands way, but with their feet. Um, and you can tell that somebody definitely leapt off the roof of this storage this storehouse, and it looks like the way that they leaped would go to the house next door.
Hey guys, looks like they came from the roof to the house next door. And I'll just point that way in. I'm sorry, but your roof got damaged, and I think I may have done it when I climbed up here.
Oh, oh, um, I can fix it. She smiles. She doesn't say any. Let's see. Who's got the most passive perception? Who's got the highest passive perception?
I have a 12.
Um,
I got a 14.
14. Sumiri, what's your perception?
uh, where am I looking on that again? Sorry.
You can look at the skills list and look at perception. Passive perception's on the left hand side, but passive perception's just 10 plus your perception modifier.
Well, I'm at 14.
14. Okay. Kenichi and Sumire, you overhear Cho saying, "Oh, I'm so afraid of heights." And she says this very quietly.
I believe I could fix it. I just need some nails, and I could use my mace maybe.
Did you say
It looks like I.
mace?
Yes?
Oh, as a hammer?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think Japanese roofs are made with hammer and nails.
I guess so much of my expertise in tools.
Because I think at least for tiles, I think they're layered over each other, and it's like a glue based thing. I don't quite know, but I wouldn't expect it to be um hammer and nails for this. Maybe it is. Anyway, sure, you could just use those tools. Well, I'll research it later. She smiles and says, "Sure, I can get you those materials." And she goes back into the main building and comes out with materials for you to work on, Kenichi. Kenichi, if you could do a strength check, just a straight strength check. Um,
Got this.
Not a strength save, unless it's the same thing.
It should be
Okay.
+5.
Um, Wait, no, you're a fighter.
Yeah, my strength is +3, so
So a 12, well, it's a +3, so it would be a 13. I'll take the first roll, just take off 2. With a 13, it takes you a little while to fix the tile into place. But after some time, you are able to successfully do so, and the roof is good as new.
there you go. I think it'll hold at least till tonight.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll probably get somebody more professional then. But I really appreciate it.
I guess we'll go ahead and climb down.
Okay. Um, is there anything else that you would like to ask Cho? Oh, Cho says, um, well, I don't have much to in return for that, but I could give you all lucky charms.
Ooh.
I like
Rika's
that stereo.
intrigued.
So yes.
Okay. She hands you a little, it's like about the size of your palm. It's a bag. It's made out of, I don't know if it's silk, but it's like a silk like material. And it's got a drawstring and it's got the Japanese kanji for the word. It says safe travels.
Samiri accepts it graciously and gives her a small bow and says thank you.
Thank you. And she bows as well.
Rika does the same thing.
She seems a little flustered.
I accept it. I bow 2 times, and then I gently stick it in my pocket.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to ask Cho? I remember, Kenichi, you were saying something before I interrupted you.
Oh, I was just mentioning on the roof before I fixed it about, well, I believe they went to the other house, and hoping we don't forget about the mochi before we leave.
Um, Kenichi, weren't you wondering about the color of the arrows?
Yes, thank you. I forgot. Are your arrows that were stolen, are they pink, blue, or orange?
Um, well, I think the arrows themselves. Well, from the story that I heard, they painted the arrows orange, but the feathers are brown. But I have never seen them before because they've been locked up in a box, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
What color are the owls that we see around the trees?
They are brown.
Okay.
Are the owls still acting weird after
Uh,
look at the branch?
I should have described when Kenichi went up to the branch, the owls flew off a little bit and then came back and landed somewhere else, but they were watching Kenichi while he was investigating the branch. And now that Kenichi has left the branch, they have flown back to the branch, but instead of being interested in the branch, they're looking at you all. The sleeping ones remain sleeping, though. They did not wake up.
Okay.
Not creepy at all.
Yep, not creepy at all. Just owls was staring at us. Just okay.
I mean, we've already inspected these owls. There's nothing more,
Right,
right?
right,
We haven't. There's nothing more to look at. I guess we just like leave them be.
right. Yeah, I think so. I think.
Unless one of you has detect magic.
Nope.
Can I have a very short staring contest with the owl?
You got a little quiet, Kenichi.
Oh, can I have a very short staring contest with the owls?
Sure. Make a constitution constitution check. Make a constitution check. With a 14, let's see what the owls get.
That's so relatively.
The owls got a nat 20. The owls stare at you unblinking, and you stare at the owls back unblinking, and then your eyes start watering because it's been like a good minute. It's been a good minute of like keeping your eyes open, and it hurts too much. You have to blink, and you lost the staring contest.
It was a valiant attempt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I'm afraid these owls think we may want to take the feathers again.
Uh, the owls do not respond to that.
Okay, yay, so at least they can't understand us, so that's a plus.
Well,
Nice
I mean,
plus.
whether they could understand you or not, like, you don't know.
You know, I wish I had that spell up, but I don't.
Yeah, I was afraid they were familiar.
Wish I had detect magic.
It's okay.
I
The
just really
one.
purify food and drink, okay?
Oh, do you guys want to investigate that one house in the distance?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. You head on over to the house that's next door. And there it's I guess it's not lit. It's daytime right now. So there is nobody here as far as you can tell. Um, if somebody's inside, you don't see any movement from where you're standing.
I think Rico would just go up to the door and just knock on it.
You hear from inside, "One moment!" And there's a pitter patter of feet and the shuffling of feet as well. And then there's a whoa, and then the door opens. Oh, how can I help you? It's a portly human man.
I'm Rika. This is my two co-workers. We're from the agency and from the detective agency.
Oh, is there something wrong?
No, but we suspect something with your house.
My house?
Somebody escaped and things led to here.
Oh, well, there was something weird a while back, like a month ago.
Was it a owl?
Oh, a month ago.
Yeah, there was some weird thumping on the roof. It was really scary. I thought it was a ghost. I went to the Fukurogami shrine to ask if they could purify it. I think they did because it didn't happen again.
I think you witnessed a person.
What? It wasn't a ghost?
Nope.
You said this happened a month ago?
Yes, a month ago.
So those arrows could have been stolen.
Or it could be a yokai.
Oh, a yokai! And he narrows his eyes at Kenichi and Sumire, who are clearly yokai.
I just stare at Kenichi awkwardly.
Oh, is there someone behind me? And I look.
Sorry, I was being rude. There's no one behind you.
Uh,
Okay. Well, no worries. We'll find out if the ghost is still here. I met Parson.
Uh, he seems a little shaken.
would you be okay if we looked around?
Sure. He mutters under his breath, I really hope it wasn't a ghost. I really hope it wasn't a ghost. And he lets you all into his house. It is a typical, like, middle class house. He does have a few Western style tables, but there is still a mix of the feudal Japan style with low tables and cushions. There's a bamboo mat tatami room, as well as a Western style room. He does not have a telephone. The kitchen is a feudal Japan style kitchen and has um, a stove that is more made out of, what's it called? Clay, I think is what it is. It's like a clay based stove, I think. Um, and but he is also using Western pots and pans, which is and some of the old earthenware style things. It's a very big mess of Western and Eastern in this house.
Hmm. Lots of places the spookies could hide.
No.
Mhm. How long have you lived here?
Oh,
If I may ask.
I've I've been here for over 10 years now.
Okay. Could be an old house.
Oh,
Rickety, rickety.
yeah.
Does it?
Oh, did you say he
Does,
couldn't hear what you were saying or
no, I was going to ask. Does it creak when we walk?
it does creak when you walk. Yes.
In that case, Kenichi will be walking around mainly just to make the creaking sounds.
Um as you just wander around walking back and forth in a weird way, this man is kind of getting a little spooked on his own.
Would you like me to play you a song? It'll help soothe.
Oh, I would love that. Thank you. Make a performance check.
Oh boy. Hope it's a good one. 15.
15 is solid. You play a little ditty. It's pretty common. He taps to the beat, claps to the beat. He's pretty happy. And when you finish, he's like, "Oh, well, that was wonderful. I know you're not here for uh, getting tips or whatever, but it was pretty good." And he rummages around and gives you a 5. He gives you 5 SP.
Nice. Nice. Really wasn't getting anything, but okay.
If you want to do, like, if you just want to do a general perception or investigation, you can, but if there's something specific you're looking for, um, let me know and we can roll for that specifically.
Mm,
I would. I would want to do a perception on the roof to see how they got in. If they did.
Okay, sure.
oh wait.
Yahoo! Snake
Oh
eyes.
wait.
15. 15, you can see that there is a little what's it called? A door? Like like in Western homes, there's a door to the attic and it's on the ceiling. It's like a trap door kind of style.
Yes.
Yes, so there's one in the ceiling.
Hey guys, I think the person got in through here. Maybe.
If
And
you
then
want to, yeah, go ahead.
I guess then I'll just catch up with the group.
Did you want to open the door?
No, because I feel like that'd be too much of an invasion without permission.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
A question for the old man.
Yep.
Has have you seen somebody with a white streak of hair any around here?
Oh,
He's got dirty clothes.
oh no, that man. He looks a little upset. He's been wandering around the streets around here. It was like about 2 months to a month and a half ago, and was looking real suspicious. And I hear he was like bothering the Toyota, not Toyota, Toyota with a D, not the car. I just realized that was a really bad last name to pick.
Okay. It's okay.
Um,
It's fun.
yeah. I hear he was bothering them, and going in front of their house all the time, and they're just down the street.
Has he done anything to you?
No, I
Has
just
he asked?
he's just a dirty man. I don't want him in our neighborhood. He looks like he might be a little prejudiced against potentially unclean people.
I see.
When was the last time you saw him?
Oh, he started lingering around. It was like 2 months ago when he started, but then I stopped seeing him about a month ago.
Um, would I be able to do a perception check for like any kind of like amiss items, like feathers or anything
On the side of the road, you mean, like, or in here?
in here?
In here, I will just give you don't have to roll for this. You do not see any owl feathers in this room or his building.
So you probably didn't come inside.
Mm. Probably just used his house to get away in. Mm.
Should we investigate the perimeter?
Yes.
All right. You go outside. It's he's got a little lawn. And he has a few bushes and flowers around. Um, Looking at the perimeter, you notice that the houses in this street are close together, which would make it easy to jump from roof to roof if you were, walking along the roofs. And then, like, if you're looking at the street, um, Sumire, if you were still looking for owl feathers, you do see some owl feathers, but it is not. You aren't sure if they are from like the shrine because the shrine's next door, or if it's related to the case. They just seem to be regular brown owl feathers.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pick some up because I like to hoard feathers now. I have decided that.
Yeah, you get some really quality owl feathers. They're very pretty.
Ooh.
As you pick one up, you're a hoot hoot, and a owl lands on the roof across the street from the man's house and stares at you, Sumire.
Oh.
I stare back.
Do you want to do a staring contest too?
I will do
Yes.
a staring contest. Let's go.
Oh.
Okay, make a constitution check. To do that, you just click on the Constitution modifier button, I think.
Yay, hopefully you'll take the win.
Oh, that's awful.
Uh-oh. What was it? A
Oh.
6. You're so startled by this owl coming here that you try and stare, but it's so scary. Like the fact that it's just staring at you unblinking, and you blink very, very quickly.
This is messing with my very cool persona.
Rika's just thinking that these owls hate us taking their feathers. And she's probably just thinking that, oh, they're probably judging us for taking those. That's what she thinks.
What happens if I just like wave the feathers around like in front of the owl?
It stares at you and not the owl feathers.
Ooh.
It seems undistracted by your feather waving.
May I help you, my guy? Okay, she probably say it in that way.
No, Sumire says it. No, I'm joking. She doesn't say it that way. The owl hoots.
Whoa.
That's
Sumire
it.
just kind of tries to beckon her other coworkers over and says, "There's something strange about this owl."
Does it want us to pet it? Does it want a snack? Or pet and snack?
I mean,
Was I too quiet again?
you could do an animal handling or an insight.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I know insight, thanks to my kanji, I do have advantage. So I'll do insight.
With a 23, this owl seems to want something else from all of you. Kenichi, when you were thinking that maybe they were familiars, that's the vibe you're getting from it. Like it's watching you all and watching what you're doing. It's not hungry.
Dad.
I let everyone else know. Hey, I think that this owl may belong to someone. It's too well trained. And if I'm still in front of that guy, it may be a part of the ghost that's around you because it may not be actually touching the branch but floating.
Oh no! And the portly human man runs into his house and slams the door.
Well, he's spooked.
Well, do you guys think it's a ghost or someone?
Maybe.
I think it's still too early to determine exactly what it is, but it's definitely not natural.
No. Can I walk to the other two houses that the guy was annoying?
So
if I could.
it's one house. It's the Toyota house. You wanted to go there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You head on over. Oh, are the rest of you gonna follow though?
Before I leave, I'll tell the guy that everything's going to be okay, I think.
You hear a whimper from inside. Okay.
Before I go, is there any other way I can interact with this owl?
It's up above. It's not like right directly in front of you. You could try an animal handling, like reaching out to it. You could attempt to feed it if you want to. It's not like it doesn't look like it's looking for food, but that doesn't stop you from trying to feed it or pet it, right? Um, I
Uh,
if you have other ideas, feel
Can,
free to say.
can
Can I?
I try playing something to like she'll try to mimic like an owl. Like Rika would try with her violin, should try and like mimic the owl
That
to see
is
if it would do anything.
that is beyond a violin sound, but we could try to see if through your magical bard magic you could do something like
Yes.
that. Um,
Yes.
And
sure.
can I?
Let's do Rika's first, and then I'll come to you, Kenichi. Could you make a performance check, Rika?
Yeah.
I might give you disadvantage because that's not really what a violin can do. Okay, I'll just take the 8.
Well,
You make a screech sound, and the owl goes hoot 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 and flaps up a little bit, and then lands back and stares. It feels like it's staring angrily at you. Does not seem to like that. Kenichi, what did you want to do?
Um, with Samway, when she was going to go pet the owl, I was going to see if I can't pick her up some to help out.
Oh, Sumire, did you want to pet the owl?
I don't want to pet the owl anymore.
Oh, you don't want to pet it anymore? Oh, okay.
Not if it's mad.
I
I
mean,
was
it's
just it can follow us if it wants.
that's true.
So I think I'll do that. Let it know we're heading over to the Toyotas, like the Toyota family.
Sure. Okay. Um,
Vroom, vroom.
as you do go there, the owl does follow you to the Toyota house. It's just down the street. It is an estate. It is a very large, kind of campus isn't the right word, but like grounds. Is that what I'm looking for? Grounds.
mm,
Um, it's surrounded by tall walls. It's like the fence is it's a big wall essentially. And
okay.
there is a front gate that you can ring if you like. I don't know if they had ringing bells for feudal Japan.
Mm,
It's probably like a knocker or
no.
something.
I think of one of those. I'm thinking one of those like dong.
Oh, it wouldn't be a gong. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be a
That'd
gong.
be
Yeah.
funny. That'd be funny if it was.
I have an idea to make it a gong, though. I could use my mace and hit my shield.
You yeah, you sure could. You do that and make a loud sound outside. Um, there is no response, but the owl hoots angrily.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it likes loud noises.
No. Nope.
Well, should I try
Eventually,
again?
eventually,
No.
somebody does come to the gate and they open it. It is a human man. He looks to be kind of like a somebody who works in like the kitchens, sort of thing. He's kind of in just like regular um, work garb, essentially. And he says, hello, are are you making loud sounds in front of this estate?"
I think I'll just kind of take a step back, so hopefully I'm not so suspicious.
Are you saying that out loud?
I'll say, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Don't look at me. It wasn't me either.
Uh, he looks up and down the street and really doesn't see many other people here, and then stares at the three of you. Uh huh.
Sumire just kind of stares blankly because she doesn't know what to do.
Are you here for a consultation? Um, currently,
Ugh.
it's very unfortunate, but you might have heard that uh, Osamu Toyota was killed just a month ago. So
Oh.
we can't offer any consultation right now. But if you do need healing, you can try one of the shrines. I know that's really not part of what Osamu really embodied. You know, he said that magic's not okay, but
Right.
it's desperate times, right?
Right.
I'm sorry, you said
Right.
that the owner of this
Yeah,
estate was killed a month ago?
Yes, he was killed a month ago by an arrow wound. We don't know where the killer
Mm.
came from.
Mm.
did the arrow have feathers, like maybe pink or brown feathers?
Well, we could only what I heard from the not cops, the guards is that it was an arrow wound. They didn't actually see the arrow there.
Mm.
There were no feathers of sorts that they could find.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Has there been anybody or a person of interest that you guys suspect might have done this?
Well, uh Osamu's wife Suzu, she thinks it might have been that guy with the white hair, the white and
Mm.
black hair that was around here just two
Mm.
months ago. He was trying to say that Osamu, you know, is a fake and his healing properties
Mm.
don't work, but that's a lie. Osamu is
Mm.
quite a great guy. So Suzu thinks
Mm.
that it was his fault. Um,
Mm.
but we're not sure. Unfortunately, Suzu and her son Shoji, they're both incredibly sick. But we're trying our best with Osamu's
Mm.
methods, but it's not the same, you know?
Mm.
He was known for such a good technique and could save so many lives.
What do you
Mm.
by his methods?
Oh, there's this black Krista. You
Mm.
hold it, and you feel yourself cleansed of everything. And as long as you hold it, you know it'll naturally heal you. It's what it is. But Osamu would do some chanting and stuff, and it was like he kind of did it in private. Suzu says she kind of learned it, but she's the one that's sick, so we're trying our best.
Mm. Mm. Rika would look at the both of two, at the two, and just say very quietly. She would say, I think this was the curse thing that Cho was talking about. And she's just
Yeah.
quietly saying that to them.
Um,
Okay.
I wonder what the curse is.
True. And just thinking about Black Gem, I'm stuck at Elder Scrolls and Black Soul Gem.
Mm.
Well, it could be a Corsair, and maybe they came in through the ceiling, or uh, our Alpha may have a clue. I'll glance to see what the owl's doing.
The owl is staring not at you, but at the wall, and specifically the top part of the wall.
Oh.
That's the wall that is surrounding the estate, not the
uh,
wall of an interior building.
um, have
Mm.
there been any disturbances in this household besides the incident?
Well, you mean like somebody breaking in, or like
Yes.
somebody else dying, or weird things like that?
Break, breaking in.
Um, well, I think so. Osamu was killed here at night, is the thing. And so there must have been a break-in. That would have been it, but there was nothing like doors being broken, nothing else that we could really find.
Mm.
But it was an
Mm.
arrow wound, so I'm assuming they shot from a distance.
And you
Mm.
said that you think it might have been a white-haired man?
Is a white and black-haired man. Suzu thinks it was him. He was loitering around the area.
Mm.
So Suzu is really sick, but she might be able to better answer your questions. We don't, I just work here. I don't know too
Same.
much, about it.
Would
Oh,
she be okay if we had guests?
Um, I think so. Let me go ask. And the man closes the door. You wait for like about 3-4 minutes, and then he comes back. She says it's fine. Yes, you could ask some questions.
Oh, I have a question, and I look at him. I haven't seen that style of roofing. I mean, look at the edges. Is it okay if I climb up there and take a look at it?
Uh, he looks away and then looks back. Um, sure.
I'll specifically climb up the area that the owl looked at to look at that as I climb up on the roof to see if there's any evidence of someone on there.
It wasn't the roof, it was the wall. But yeah, you climb up there, and it does have the same tiling as like most of these houses do. It's like a older style Japanese roof style. And you notice a similar situation that happened in the Fukurogami shrine. There's a few tiles that are not quite fully in place. It looks like they might have slipped as if somebody stepped on them.
Gotcha.
Mm.
And on the way down, can I check the spot the owl was looking at?
That is the spot that the owl was looking at. Was there somewhere
Oh,
else
okay.
you were looking for?
Nope.
Okay.
Just get the information and tell the party. I think we may be dealing with the ultimate acrobatic ninja type person. There's evidence he flew onto the roof.
Mm. Interesting.
And then I look at that guy. Yeah, you do got a nice sturdy roof. I haven't seen one like that before. Even the loose tiles look good.
Um, there's loose tiles?
Oh, just a few.
Okay. I'll get one of our guys on that and gotta fix that. Otherwise, I might get in trouble. Anyway, follow me, and I'll take you to where Suzu is. And he leads you through into the estate. There's this very beautiful garden with a small pond and a bridge that goes over it. There's several different buildings on this estate. And then you are taken to like the biggest building there. It's kind of like the main building. And the doors are swung open, not swung open, slid open. And it's a bit strange. There's a big amount of incense, kind of like incense cloud kind of thing, in this room. And littered around the room are these like black crystals. They do look like Krista, but Krista's blue. This one's more of a slightly transparent black. And it feels a little more sinister, honestly. It's not very like nice looking. As soon as you step through, I need everybody to make an Arcana check.
Why can I not find that? Am I just not staring at it right?
The current Arcana would be at the top of the list because it's
There we
the letter
go. I'm
A.
like,
If it helps in alphabetical order.
I need a different die.
All
Die.
three of you don't know what this is, but you feel yourselves drained of magic. Like it's you don't know if you could actually cast magic if you were in this room. Um
Ah, too bad I don't got inspiration.
Mm.
um and you see there is a woman, a human woman lying down on the floor. She's in a so it's not a western bed, it's a eastern bed, so it's a futon and a comforter on top, and a small pillow. Um and she's coughing pretty terribly, and when she sees you, she kind of opens her eyes very, very slowly and says, "Is is this the people that you were talking about?" And the human man that's been helping you, he says, "Yes, yes, madame. This is the three. They seem to be interested in learning more about what happened that night. They might be potential members that are interested in this group as well." And she says, "I see, I see. All right, let them in, let them in. And I'll leave you all to deal, talk amongst yourselves." And he closes the door behind him. Looking at Suzu, can you all actually? I'll say Kenichi and Sumire with your passive perceptions. You notice that Suzu has she's kind of hiding her left arm, but you do see like an owl feather poking out of her arm. Not like her hiding a owl feather, but like it's attached to her body and it's growing out of her arm. There's an owl feather.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, okay. So what exactly did you want to know about my husband?
Oh, did the owl stay outside? The one that was following
Yes,
us?
it did not come inside.
Uh,
If I get closer to the crystals, do I feel more drained?
Yes, you do.
Mm.
Well, guys, one thing I do know, these crystals, they just make me tired like I need a nap.
My
And
magic's gone.
Wait, what did you say, Rika?
She said, "Well, I feel something happening. Not more. I can't use magic."
Suzu says, "Yes, these crystals remove magic from us, and magic is impure. The earth, Korakuni, has been telling us. Now we know magic is not needed. It is evil. It is unnecessary for this world. Now that you're here, you understand and you're free. Free." She starts having a coughing fit.
Don't don't hurt yourself too hard. Don't strain yourself too hard.
um, Samiri just kind of eyes the Suzu's arm, but doesn't acknowledge the feathers quite yet. Um, and asks, "Can you tell us a little bit more about your husband's death?"
Osamu, he was taking a walk in the garden at night. The moon was out. I think he wanted a pretty view, you know. I was feeling tired. We just had a meeting with the people that enjoy him, his work, you know. We were healing quite a few people, so he was taking his break at night. And then I was inside and I heard the sound of something flying through the air very quickly. I don't know what it was, but I went and opened the door, and my husband was on the ground, bleeding out, and there was a gaping wound in him. I think I saw somebody quickly leap away, but I it was it was all in shadow. I couldn't see anything. But for a moment I thought maybe I saw that hair It looked like there was a little bit of white hair, and it reminded me of that man that kept trying to tell everyone that Osamu was no healer, that he was a killer. But my Osamu would never kill anyone. Osamu, he heals people. She has a long coughing fit.
Hmm. Hmm. How did you get? Mm, no,
How did you
sorry.
get a hold of all of these crystals?
Did you say how did you get a hold of these people?
Uh, the black crystals.
Oh, the black crystal. Oh, ah, Osamu found this mining site. It's out of town. It's closer to the mountains, to Kuroyama, and he's been digging it up and has people working for us, and we've become so wealthy thanks to that crystal. It truly revolutionizes everything.
Nice.
It was that gave him the ability to heal.
Um, can oh my god, hold on.
I do believe that white-haired, black-haired man. I think he had been to one of our meetings and asked for healing from Osamu. He said that his sister and mother were dying, perhaps had been cursed themselves or something like that. Osamu gave
Mm,
them, we gave them our crystals, the coronium, that's what we call it, and we gave it to them. But I don't know. I it can't have not worked. It always works.
mm,
Did they come here or did you visit to drop off the crystals?
This is where we do our meetings with those that need healing, so they came
mm.
here.
Did you ever hear about how it went for them?
No, I did not hear that.
Does mm, does Rika notice like her arm or anything like weird?
And you can make a perception check if you like.
Because I'm very curious. Um,
With a
well,
13, you have been with this lady for a while now, so you have noticed that she seems to be trying to hide her left arm quite a bit. And you are, just like Sumire and Kenichi, seeing ruffles of owl feathers attach to her arm sometimes as she's moving it.
Mm,
Um, I would say also, since you've been watching, sometimes when she coughs, there's a little bit of a feather popping out of her mouth.
What in the
mm. Interesting.
Like she's coughing up feathers, but they are
Right.
very
Right.
small. Yeah,
Mm,
so it's a little
I
hard
feel
to
like
see.
at this point maybe we should just acknowledge the elephant in the room.
right. 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 I think so. I think so.
I would say, boy, I wish I could fly like one of these owls. It must feel good to be so high.
Uh,
what are you talking about? She looks a little panicked.
Uh, ma'am, how have you been feeling lately?
Oh, I've 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 been recovering. The coronium is working. I'm just a little
mm,
sick is all. It should be over. I know it's been a month, but it's almost over.
Have you been feeling this way since your husband passed away?
It's unfortunate, but yes.
Can
Have you been noticing any changes to yourself besides feeling under the weather? Any physical changes?
She starts coughing really heavily, and now all three of you are highly noticing what's coming out of her mouth are very large feathers now. They don't seem as small. And her left arm, you see that feathers are now growing. You can actively see it growing on her arm. And she says, no, 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 there's nothing wrong with my body. And now
Guys,
she starts hooting a little bit. Hoot, hoot, hoot. And
Oh, hmm.
I think we should take her outside away from these crystals.
as you say that, she squawks really harshly, and then she immediately turns into a large owl, a human-like owl, and starts hooting angrily at you and crazed eyes looking around, and she sees you all and attacks. We
Uh,
are going to be.
wait.
Oh,
Hey,
I,
look, here's our first battle, man.
Give me.
I was gonna ask if any of us were going any furthers.
Ooh.
If any of you were what?
Getting feathers because we're close to the crystals too.
I was talking
No,
about the my feathers.
none of you are getting feathers or anything like that. It is just um she is the only one like that. Feel free to rearrange yourselves. We're gonna not quite roll initiative yet because I need to set things up. Um,
Quick question.
yes.
Does it have to be in this room or could it be moved?
It has to be in this room. This is the
Okay.
room that you were in.
Okay.
You
Um,
you can't be outside, yeah, because you're inside this room.
Okay. Okay.
if
Okay.
I'm not sure what window would be, but that's what Kenichi would be. Last step.
Okay. Um, I forgot to add a thing
I
to
think
this room. Hold on.
I'll just put it back here because there's open area behind. Hopefully we can
Could
take her
you
peacefully.
all refresh your screen?
yes.
Complete it.
Okay.
There we go.
Um,
I would go right about here.
Guys, I think there's something wrong with this young lady in the bed. I can't quite tell what's different.
Call it a hunch, but I might guess it's the feathers.
you all are ready. You are welcome to roll initiative now.
Guess it's us the curse. Uh,
Woohoo, snake eyes.
I need to stop rolling with this die. I seriously, this die can go die in a hole.
I need the die roll. Oh, there it goes.
It needs to be chucked far away.
What did you get?
An 8.
Ooh.
Huh, which dice? Which dice? Let's go with the red and dragon dice.
Give me a moment. I need to change the music.
That dice just needs to be. You know,
Good
I
job.
still think they need to do digital dice jails. I'm just saying.
They sure do. They really do. All right. Kenichi, you are up. She is um turned into an owl person filled with, and she is still coughing up a storm. She does not look good. And by look good, I mean she is definitely going to attack you all.
I'm not sure if
Question.
I.
Can you put initiative roll down? Goof.
What?
Goof. Can you
What?
put initiative down? List of initiative.
It's 18, 15, 10, and 8.
Okay, cool.
You can check the initiative tracker in the top left. It's the swords crossing over.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
That's
I'm not
Um,
sure if I should attack the crystals or try and put the lady back to sleep.
do we have any limitations with our spells or anything because of the crystal?
Yes, that is actually yes. If you try and cast a spell right now, there's a 50% chance it will not fire. Cantrips are fine.
Sweet.
Okay, I'm gonna use my warhammer.
what
I
have we
like
got?
to I like to use my warhammer to attack her once for non-lethal damage, and I'll probably use. Do I have it? Not second wind. Not giant's might. Action swords to attack one of the crystals with the
Oh,
warhammer too.
okay.
Would that be possible?
Yeah, that's. Can you hear me?
No, I can't.
Yep.
Okay, yes, that is fine. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, let's see. For the lady, does a
That's a
natural one
nat
hit?
1. Nope. Definitely not.
Okay.
That will not. But action
Oh.
surge to destroy a crystal. Go ahead.
Another nat one. Yay!
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh my.
you were so disturbed by this owl transformation that you cannot concentrate on the fight. Is that going to be the end of your turn?
Yeah, because isn't action swords your bonus action?
Mm, I think so.
Then yes, that took some.
Let,
If it is,
let
it
me
took
check.
damage.
Let me check. Hold on. Let me check. Uh, no, it is not a bonus action. You just use it. So you have a bonus action still.
Do you think the fire wound, can I do that somehow non-lethal to wrap her in flames?
It will not be non-lethal. The only thing that can be non-lethal is melee attacks. Since I do it by the book.
Okay,
Also,
so
it's when you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, you have not hit her for the fire rune.
okay, so I'll save the fire Kenji. Then and end my turn with my shield in front of me.
Okay. She squawks at a high pitched voice and coughs, and then goes to claw you with her now clawed fingers and feathered arms. That is an 8 to hit, which will miss. All right, that's the end of her turn. It is Sumire's turn.
Oh.
Um, I would like to use. I want to do the same approach and try to hit one of the crystals with a melee strike.
Okay. Oh, I think on your character sheet, it looks like you're not rolling the one that I made for you.
Oh,
I
okay.
think. Hold on, let me check. You don't want to use the quarterstaff. You want to use quarterstaff finesse because of your what's it called? Your half oni thing.
Ah, okay.
Oh, did you also change your race to be the fixed half oni class or half oni one?
It should be, hopefully.
I don't think so. It's not.
Well, then I failed.
Okay. We can do that afterwards. I'll just add +1 to your quarterstaff hit, so it's a 12 to hit. I think that is just enough to hit her. Yes, a 12 just hits. So, oh, sorry, this is the crystal. You're not hitting her. A 12 will hit the crystal. Roll for damage. It'll be a +2 instead of a +1. Were you using? You're holding a shield, yeah?
Yes, I have a shield.
Okay, so it'd be with one hand, so it'll be the lower of the. It'll be the 7, so it'd be 8. So on your sheet where it says quarterstaff finesse for actions, you're gonna roll that one instead of the quarterstaff one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do
roll
do
that.
you want me to hit it again?
No, we're gonna just take the 8. The 8 breaks the crystal and crumbles into dust. You now all have a 40% chance of failing on your spells. Um, the lady screeches, and it sounds like she's in pain. And you see that there's more feathers coming out of her, and her arms are getting bigger. She seems to be getting more powerful.
So if we destroy the crystals, we have a better chance of being able to use our magic, but then it also makes her more powerful?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. I just in my turn by putting myself in a defensive position.
Okay. It is Rika's turn.
She's gonna look at the crystal and be like, no, nope, not gonna try that. And she would pull out her lovely thing that Kenichi and Sumo haven't seen. Is she takes out the sword that has 2 sides to it. So it's double sword. And she's just gonna take one of the sides and just tries to hit her.
Okay.
Just to see what she does.
Sumire, actually, I'm just gonna fix your sheet right now.
I'm gonna
An
donate all
8,
my dice.
an 8 misses. Oh yeah, as a reminder, you do have inspiration at the start of every session, so if you want to use that, you can.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's just try it again because she can. I'll use my inspiration of the day. And we're gonna try. Please be a good number.
15.
Okay,
15
15.
hits, yes.
Whew, okay. Damage. 2.
4 damage hits her, and she squawks in pain. You're doing it non-lethally, or are you doing it lethally? Like you actually want to kill her, or you just want to knock her unconscious?
Just knock her out.
Okay.
Unconscious.
She squawks in pain, but she howls in your face. You do need to move your token a little closer. It needs to be a 5-foot
Okay,
range.
like
Yeah.
right there.
Okay, sounds good. You
It's
could.
quite kind of hard to see the grid in that room.
You should. I can make it more visible. Hold on. Where is it? No. Orange? How about that? Can you see that?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Thank you.
End of turn, you can do a bonus action attack with your weapon, or you can do a bonus action bard inspiration, or I don't know what else.
Bardic inspiration on which one feels the fear? The bird. Let's go with Samire, cause yeah.
Okay. Kenichi, it's your turn.
I'd like to try and grapple the lady
Okay.
right about here.
Okay. She is going to do a contested roll against you. She's
Athletics, right?
Yeah, you have to do athletics. She's gonna do acrobatics. She got a nat 1. Unless you roll really bad. Um that is a 13. You grapple her. She is grappled. She is squealing. She is angry.
Okay, guys. Now we are safe to destroy the crystals. I got her good. And yeah, I can't do offhand attack with grapple. Yeah, I can't. Okay, so that'll be my turn.
Yeah, grapple is an attack, so that is. Wait. No, I think to do an offhand attack, you have to land an attack. Do an attack. Wait, hold on.
I think you need a feat though.
Hold on. Let me check. Do you have what no, you're using one hand already to grapple her. You can't do that. Yeah, that's it. All right, it's her turn. She's going to attempt to get out of it. I need you to make another athletics check. Yeah, you are still grappled in, and she is very, very mad. She is squawking angrily. It is now Sumire's turn.
Sumire is. She's still gonna go for the crystals, actually, now that she's grappled. Hopefully, you're able to keep your grip on her. Can you see? Are there
I'll
more
give
crystals to destroy?
There are more crystals to destroy. There's 4 in the room, and you destroyed 1, so there's 3 more.
I'll give
Okay.
Samari a nod.
What are you doing, Samire? Are you hitting the crystal?
Yeah, I was gonna go for the crystals again. Hopefully, I
Okay.
roll correctly this time.
If not, Bardic inspiration coming your way.
23, almost a nat 20. Oh man. Okay, roll for damage. That is 7. You said remind me, sorry. I might have already asked you this again. Is it a crystal or the lady that you're hitting?
The crystal.
Okay. That breaks the other crystal. Pick a corner of the room that you went to for this one. Okay. So now you all are down to 30% chance of failure. Sorry, 25% chance of magic failure. Right?
Math, I believe you.
Yeah, sure, 25%. Okay. End of turn? Oh, yeah. End of turn?
Yes.
Okay. Rika, it's your turn.
Why? How did Kenichi again grapple him by a?
So
Oh.
everybody has the option to grapple people. It
Yeah.
uses up an action and it's considered an attack roll. So if you're a barbarian,
Okay.
you could do that and with a physical like melee
see.
weapon attack. Yeah.
I see. Well, she takes the opportunity. Why it's grappling? She'll try non-lethal damage again.
Okay.
See if she can think. She'll think that she'll.
So a grappler, the grappled, just the speed becomes 0. So
Okay.
it's you do not get advantage or anything on it. That would require restrained, a different condition.
Okay. She can't move. Oh. Let's just see if these guys have it. Rika would call out, do you guys have any rope?
No, but
So
my plan for next turn, if possible, I can use my manacles and handcuff her to me.
No rope for me.
and then Rika would just turn around and just get her with one of the sides of the short swords. Yeah, she'd just turn around and just try to knock her out again.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, better dice. Thank you.
23 definitely hits.
Yes. All I needed was changing a die.
7 deals a good amount of damage. You can tell that she is panting. She did get stronger, but this attack kind of levels her back down a bit. Not like magically or anything, but it seems like she took a big blow from that. She's not looking too great. She's it looks like maybe like 2 to 3 hits will probably knock her unconscious. End of turn?
And then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Kenichi, it's your turn.
Can I still try and handcuff her to me?
Handcuff her?
Manacles?
Do you have hand?
Yeah, I have
Um,
manacles.
I'm gonna give you advantage. I think you just do it. I don't think there's any like you're already grappling her. It's not like. No, she could fight back. Okay, you're gonna make another athletics check. I'll give you advantage on this one. And she's going to do a acrobatics versus that with disadvantage. Yeah, she got a 4, you got a 22. You easily handcuff her, and she's screeching now. She is very, very upset. End her turn.
Yeah, so okay, she's stuck, she can't escape. And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. She is extremely upset and goes and tries to hit you with her head. She got a 19 to hit, which will hit because your AC is 18. That is 7 bludgeoning damage as she headbutts you, and you get a face full of owl feathers.
You said how much?
To Kenichi. I don't know if I said that specifically.
No, you did.
Okay.
My nephew came again and said 2 damage.
It's 7 damage.
Okay. Well, luckily she handcuffed this time, so won't be able to escape.
It is Sumire's turn.
So there's 2 crystals. Samiri's still gonna go for the crystals.
Okay.
It's so slow motion and like intense. You never know.
24. Nat 20! Nat 20! You really don't need a
Yay!
nat 20 to crit break these crystals, but go ahead and roll for that. You can do to do a crit attack, you would right click on the like the button to do the roll and then select crit and then roll. For this, just roll a second time after it's done rolling on your side. Eh, Actually, you don't really need it. It's gonna break. You break the third one. Pick the corner of the room that you want to go to. Okay. You break that one, and now you all have a 15% chance of failing your roll, your spell attack. End of turn.
Yes. I
Okay.
think that should be good, you guys.
Rika, it's your turn.
Mm. In the bardic ways, we are going to hit her again with short sword. Eh,
15
again.
hits. I would say she's restrained, so if you want to fish for a crit, roll again, because you have advantage on it.
Okay. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, a 20 definitely still hits. Roll for damage. Uh, 5 damage. Where am I? Here we are. She is still looking very bad off. She's breathing heavily. It seems like she is almost about to pass out. She's struggling to stay awake.
Hmm.
End of turn.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Kenichi, it's your turn.
If I throw a javelin at the last crystal, because she's handcuffed, she won't escape, would she?
Um, did you handcuff it to you, or just
Yes.
so she's handcuffed to you specifically, right?
Yes.
She will be moved with you. Oh, you're throwing. Sorry, you're throwing.
Yeah.
She will not escape because you're not holding her, but you will release the grapple. So she'll be restrained to you because of the handcuffs, but you won't be holding her anymore.
Okay. That sounds good then.
You will have disadvantage, I believe, because there's someone threatening your space for a ranged attack.
Gotcha. And gotta go to actions. Okay. Do. Roll at disadvantage. Does a 21 hit the crystal?
Wow. At disadvantage, you got a 21. That's great. Yeah, that hits the crystal. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Ooh, I got a 1.
4 just breaks it. You hear this shattering as all 4 of this coronium, this black crystal, explodes or gets destroyed. And the owl lady, she screeches, and it seems like she's regained some of her strength, Kenichi, as she is struggling to break out of your handcuffs. And now you all are back to only a 5% chance of your having your spell fail.
Can I pat her on the head and say it's okay before I end my turn?
You sure could, but she is screeching right in front of your face. She is very upset.
It's okay. It's okay. I hope.
You hope. She seems to heal up a little bit. Um, and then goes to claw you in the face with her. I guess you only restrained one hand, right?
Yes.
Yes. She comes and tries to claw you with her other hand. She got a 9 on the die, 6 on the die, and that will not hit. Sumire, it is your turn.
You said she healed up a little bit?
Yeah, she healed up from powering up because she's no longer as restrained from the magical non-magic stuff.
Okay. I think I'll use one of my spells on her and sorry, I pushed talk. I was going to use blindness deafness.
Okay. Which one, blinding or deafening?
I was going to use a blinding.
Okay. Did it go? I'm assuming it went.
I don't
What do I
it's
roll? What do I roll?
it's Constitution.
Constitution. Okay. She got an 11, which I believe doesn't beat your DC. Let me check.
It's 12.
It's 12. Yes. You are higher than hers, so you made it. Go ahead and shoot. Which one did you say? Blindness or deafness?
Blindness.
Okay. You hear as she is blinded, and now she is swinging rapidly around Kenichi. It's a fierce fight over there. All right, Anna, your turn.
Yes.
Okay, Rika, it's your turn.
You said a spell we would only get 5% chance of
Yeah. Oh,
failing or
of failing. Sumire, that is right. You do have to roll for that. Can you roll a 1d100, Sumire? Your spell might have failed. I just realized that.
I sure can. So how do I do that again? I'm sorry.
In the bottom left is a dice icon. You click that, and then select the 1d100. Where is it? Yeah, the one that has like 2 UFOs.
Mhm.
All right, come on. We can do it. You can do it. 31. You are perfectly fine. All right.
Yay.
Rika, it is, yeah, if you want to cast a spell, it will be a 5% chance. So if you get a 5 or lower on your D100 roll, you fail.
Okay.
It will not cost your spell slot, though.
You said the creature's already blinded, right?
Yes, it is blinded, which means you get some kind of bonus to attacking it, I believe. Here it is. Blinded. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Yep,
Mm,
I knew it.
Because I was gonna do this. Because this might knock her out. Okay, cool. We're gonna do this. We're gonna use Disper. I cannot speak for a second. Distant Whispers. I'm gonna cast it.
What is the roll that I have to do?
A target must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6.
I got a 12. What is your DC?
My DC is 13.
Awesome. Okay, can you roll a D100 to see if the spell fails?
Yes. There's a D100. Yes, to everyone. Yep.
You are good. You did not fail. Okay, so
Nice.
roll damage for Dissonant Whispers. Just letting you know that will kill her because you can't do that as a non-lethal. Yeah.
Forgot to ask that.
Yeah. So,
But it may wound her enough, right? Where she would be on 0 hit points.
yeah, but 0 hit points means she will die.
Okay, I hope this is very low, guys.
I'm very sorry to say, Rika, but that is enough to kill her. You all watch as this owl starts hooting and screaming and crying, and then there's a last whimper of a hoot, and she stops moving.
Can I try and do a medicine check to save her if possible, or is it too late?
Uh, sure, I'll give it to you. Make a medicine check.
Uh, I'll use that day, that one day inspiration.
Okay. Well, you don't have to declare it right now. You should first see what your role is.
Okay, okay.
Would I be able to use spare the dying on her?
Um, well, Kenichi got an 18, so it should be okay. Um,
You saved.
all right, she is. I will allow it, so she is not dead. You save her just in the nick of time and kind of shake her a little bit so she doesn't quite die. What is unconscious is the one I'm looking for. Um, and she is now no longer awake, but she is some kind of feral owl creature. You do expect her, if she wakes up, to attack again.
My bad.
We a staff in this building, or should we try to find a restraint?
I think. Ooh, I think we should try to restrain her. I feel like, or whatever word you just said.
I don't have a rope. Do we see anything that could be used as one?
A rope?
I also have a rope in my backpack.
Or a
Should I?
rope can work?
Yeah. Should I undo the handcuffs and tie her up?
Oh
You.
no. Sorry.
I mean, you can. I don't know if that was to me. Never mind. It was probably to your party mate. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I do have a rope in my backpack. I could undo the handcuffs she's stuck to me with, and we could safely tie her to the bed so she can sleep peacefully.
Yeah, let's get a restraint.
Mhm.
Okay,
You
okay.
all easily get her tied up, um, and it's all good. Um, now that you have been making such a loud noise in this room, you see that boy, the guy who was helping you earlier. He comes in. Oh, what happened? Wait, where is the madame? Where is she?
What?
Rika
What?
just points. Rika just points at the creature.
What is going on? What is that? That can't be. That can't be Suzu.
It's okay.
Unfortunately, it is.
Uh, uh, he falls on his butt in shock and kind of scoots back from her. You hear him say, "A monster! A monster!"
No, she just
Uh,
wishes more freedom. But don't worry, I'm pretty sure these young ladies may have a good explanation. I just kind of back away.
You were a little quiet. What was the last part you said?
pretty sure these young ladies
Oh,
will
you
help
got
out.
quieter. Can you?
Oh, I'm pretty sure these young ladies will help out. And I kind of just back away a little bit. And the crystals, do they still have the same effect or is it less on that?
They are broken in this room. There is no crystal effect anymore.
So she's
The
definitely an owl person thing, right?
Yeah, she is definitely not human anymore.
I wonder if that has to do with the arrows that Cho was talking about. I'm kind of half saying that to Rika and Kenichi.
The boy or guy on the floor says, "You expect me to believe that's the madame there?"
Yep.
So Mirai just kind of shrugs and says, "You can believe whatever you want, but that is her."
Uh, I'm, I'm gonna, you, you came in here, and I don't know what you've done with her, and she's no longer in this room. The coronium's been destroyed. You, what have you done? I'll call the guards on you. And he gets up off his butt and starts trying to leave the room.
Rika's like, no, 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 you didn't have to do that. We are. Oh, what was it? We just unconscioused her. She's fine. She's alive.
Make a persuasion check. I'm just trying to think if I should give you disadvantage because he is not. He doesn't seem to believe that that is the madame. This owl humanoid thing does not look like her anymore. So he's not really believing it. Um,
Is there anything on her that like we can point out that would convince him?
she is wearing her clothes, so you could maybe say something like that, Sumeri, in which case I'd let Rika roll at regular for persuasion.
Well, if you take a very good look, you can see she's still wearing the same clothing. And we definitely did not change this owl into the madame's clothing.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Rika, you can just roll with a regular persuasion check.
Okay.
Um,
Oi.
I will see. Maybe he got a bad roll.
Please be bad.
Nope, it was
No.
I'll roll again. Hold
Avery,
on.
I think Avery
Yep.
hates me.
Okay. All right. He does not believe it and starts running out to go call the guards.
Oh, great.
You can attempt to stop him. I've paused here if anybody wants to attempt to stop him. Not verbally, because it doesn't sound like a verbal persuasion is going to work at this point.
Well, guys, if you wish, I could attempt to give chase.
Okay.
Okay. Does but wow. Does the madam have anything on her? Like, did she have like anything special? Like, I don't know, like something in the room that was like special to her.
I don't know if you personally would be able to tell if there's something in the room that was special to her, but in terms of like on her body, it's just clothing. She was
Okay.
not wearing like fancy jewelry or anything. It was just clothing.
Okay.
Kenichi, if you're trying to catch him, make a grapple check.
Okie dokie, and yay, you read my mind.
Athletics, sorry, athletics. 21 definitely catches this boy and he says, "No, let me go."
If you just give us a little bit longer, we could explain to you that the crystals was what did it and change her to a little owl. Because I think there was a messenger of one of the others following us, like a ghost.
What are you talking about? These crystals have never done anything like this.
Okay, then why do you think magic, which been here for so long, has left?
Um, are you the magic's? Are you asking about this room has magic?
Yeah,
No, it doesn't have
I'm, ba-
magic.
yeah, I'm basically trying to convince them that we need the magic and therefore when it's leaving, it's what done it. Try to look at it from a yokai perspective.
Um, he says, "Magic's what's caused all of this. It's evil. It's awful. You destroyed our coronium that gets rid of it. And now look, if that really is the madame, then look what it's done."
But wasn't there evidence that she was changing a little before? Like maybe when you came in to check on her, a few feathers here and there?
He looks shifty-eyed. No, what are you talking about? She was perfectly fine.
Is there any of the small feathers she coughed up around her bed?
Oh yeah, of course.
I showed that to him.
He feels a little shocked. No, that's just I won't believe it. I won't believe it. Cronium helps. Cronium helps. It stopped it, right? It didn't turn her into this thing.
I would glance at my party mates for a little bit of help.
Um, all I know is that once we started destroying these crystals, she got immensely stronger.
Then doesn't that mean the crystals were helping?
Oh yeah, yeah, put it that way.
Okay, fine. I'll accept it. She was having signs of some weird bird stuff going on and like feathers, and it looked like the coronium wasn't helping at all. I don't know. It's weird, okay? I don't understand what this happened. It's just when everything when Osamu, the master of the house, when he died, everything just went terribly wrong.
When I let him go, I like to stand by the door, but just pretend like I'm looking for any evidence of feathers or something.
Um I mean there are feathers everywhere.
Yeah, but hopefully be a good excuse on why I'm by the door to the
Oh,
young fella.
okay. Um this guy says, "Oh, if the madame turned into this creature, then is is her son, is the young master going to be okay?"
Why do you ask that? Is he showing the same symptoms?
Yes, he didn't have as many feathers as the madame, but he's been having a few feathers pop up on his arm here and there.
Um, Goose, did Joe say whether those cursed arrows could be used on more than one person?
So what she said was that the cursed arrows, when they hit their target, it curses the family, and so they all get cursed, and then it also curses the person who shot the arrow.
Ah, okay, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, I don't know, you guys. What do you think?
I think that the pink arrow done it. And
Um,
oh,
could everybody make an Arcana check?
I also think that we should check on the son to make sure he's okay. Mm,
Rika, could you roll an Arcana? You're muted if you're speaking. Rika?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, could you roll an Arcana?
Yeah.
maybe this will be the
Okay.
no.
With an 18, Rika, you remember that clerics, priests, they can remove curses from people. Um, and so rather than just having them somehow get, in quotes, healed by this coronium, which clearly isn't working, you could take them to a shrine maiden or shrine priest and have them do a removal of a curse. The only problem is it costs money.
Okay. Mm, yeah, Enrique. Wow. Enrique. Wow. Rika is gonna ask the boy and say, I gotta take her to shrine.
No,
They may
that's
help.
no, that's not what Osamu would want. That's not what the master would want. All of those priests, they use evil magic.
Not all magic's evil.
It's ruining the world.
And do you have any other suggestions on how to save your mistress?
He looks really panicked. He says, "Ugh." Make a persuasion check with advantage, Sumire.
That would be to roll twice, right?
Yeah, so you can right click and select advantage on it and then click roll.
As you can see, I'm very charismatic.
Um, hmm,
Mm.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
I could use my inspiration and try one more time. I don't know
No,
what's
because
happening.
inspiration doesn't give you triple advantage. Um, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see my 8 roll and pretend it was a 6. He says, "Fine, fine.
Hey,
You just take her. I just know that the master is probably screaming from from under the grave."
well, he can scream all he wants, I guess. Let's get her to chill.
All right. Did you want to check on the young master, the son?
Oh,
Yes.
that.
Okay. Um, you I won't display it on the map, but you go to another room. This worker, he leads you to the young master's room, and he is also sick. You can tell that he has like very small amounts, just like very small feathers on his arms, but it is nowhere near as progressed as it was for the madame. But he is also definitely cursed.
Oh, the crystals.
There are crystals in this room too. Yeah, the black crystals.
Is he awake?
No, he's sleeping.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
should we move,
Mm.
guys?
I say yes.
Um, did you say you're gonna go take him? What did you say?
Is it okay if we take him to get healed as well, if possible?
All right, I will let the others know. And by others he means like the other people working in this estate.
You guys have by chance like a small cart, perhaps?
Yes. Or you could just ask the Shrine Maiden to come here.
That
Oh,
makes a little more sense.
that's a thought.
Yeah.
But what about the crystals?
We.
I
Oh,
mean,
let's take.
I could accidentally fall on the crystals a few times.
Why don't you take them and we could go toss them in water somewhere?
Would that corrupt the water? That's safe?
Uh,
We can just move it back to the storeroom.
or do that too. Could we do that?
Yeah, here. I'll have somebody go out and get the Shrine Maiden and we'll move the crystals out into the storeroom. And he starts doing that. Do you all want to do anything while you're waiting for Cho to come here?
Yeah, if possible, can I get a piece of the broken crystal
Uh,
to maybe throw it into the investigation agency?
sure. Yeah, you can take a piece. Cho comes up in a hurry. What's going on? Oh my! That's a not a human, but an owl?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the curse? I think this is the curse. And she goes and looks at the Madame Suzu and looks her over and she nods. Yes, this is definitely the work of the curse of the arrow. Oh no, it really was those arrows that got taken. Um, I can perform the magic to get rid of this curse, but she I I don't know if I can save her. You said that there was one other that's cursed? Her son?
Mm-hmm.
She goes over to check him, and she says, I think I can definitely save him, but I don't know about the madame. It seems like the curse might have already completely changed her.
Mm.
Not having second thoughts about destroying those.
Yeah, or destroying her.
My bad, madame.
Yep.
Um,
I will
she
look at the feathers on the ground.
um she says to the boy that's been helping you out, will will you all be able to pay the fee? This magic is quite taxing to get rid of curses.
Oh,
um
how much?
it'll be 1000 GP.
Oh, oh.
Oh. Hmm.
You know, I can probably knock it down to half price since this is part of my fault. I should have been watching those arrows. No, I'll do it for free. It was my fault entirely. And she goes and casts greater restoration on the sun. And you hear a sigh as those feathers slowly blend back into his arm, and his face is no longer pale, and he seems much more healthy. He does not wake up, however, he is still sleeping, but he does not seem to be suffering from the curse. Cho collapses and she's breathing heavily. Oh, that's so hard to do magic these days. She seems very it seems like it was extremely taxing for her to cast this spell. I can try to cast Greater Restoration on Suzu Toyota, but I don't know if I can save her. This was so much to. This already took so much out of me.
Do you know anywhere we could probably take her? Because if she wakes up, she's gonna go on a killing spree.
I don't know. It might be best to just kill her. Cho looks sadly down. I don't know if she can come back. We could ask another shrine maiden to see if they can help, but it definitely won't be for free.
Hey, greater restoration. Do you mean lesser restoration?
Greater restoration, not lesser.
Okay.
Greater restoration can cure curses, but not lesser restoration.
Well, then I cannot be helpful for this.
Man, a lot of tough choices.
Big justice. Working for the agency.
Does the agency have a cell we can put her in for now?
Oh, that is smart.
Can the agency do what?
Does the agency have like a cell or something we could put her in for now?
Oh, a cellar or a cell? CELL?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, the agency does have something like that. So, like, if you wanted to interrogate people, you could do that at the agency. There's a cell for that.
Well, guys, I think I saw a nice cozy area we could put her in the agency. It was somewhere in the basement. I got lost down there. I was looking for some peanuts to eat, but maybe a good place we can hold her until we can help fix her.
It seems like a good alternative until we know for sure that there's
Right.
nothing else we can do.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Because killing isn't a great thing.
and I'm pretty sure the boss will understand.
For sure. Is there anything else you want to do before you take Suzu Toyota to the cell?
I wanted to go back outside and see if that owl was still there.
The owl is there, and there are two other owls.
Uh-oh.
Oh, like looking at us?
Yes.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
Well then. Hello.
One of them cocks their head to the side as you say hello.
Can I do an
May have
animal
did something.
handling?
What kind of animal handling? Like, what is the purpose of the animal handling check?
To pet it.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Did I already use the inspiration?
Sure.
No, I don't remember if I did or didn't.
You haven't, I don't believe.
Okay, yay. Hopefully better than a nat one.
Your D&D Beyond sheet does have a spot for inspiration. You can check it on and off. So you can keep track of it. 15, it kind of backs away as you stretch out your hands, but then it pauses, and then that gives you enough time to put your hands just on top of its head, and then it kind of presses its head into your hand and kind of motions to get a good pet out of it, and you get to feel its soft feathers. It stares at you unblinking though.
Can I ask the owl something?
I mean, you sure can. You sure can try.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna ask if it has an owner and take us to it.
The owl, uh, one of the owls that is not being pet by Kenichi, cocks its head to the side, Rika, at your question, and then, it flies away.
Like
Oh.
away, or like in a you
It,
follow me kind of way.
it flies up into the sky, and then it seems to be headed back to the shrine area. Oh, no. It seems to be headed to the north.
The north. That's where
Mm,
said the other guy, or that's where someone said the other guy headed.
yeah. Did we follow it?
We can give a note to have
Mm,
the lady of the house like tied up on a wagon so they can deliver her to the agency with a note saying, I can put the crystal with a note and it can say what happened to her, and we're going to try and follow Al that's leading us around. And also, we'll have to come back for the mochi maybe tomorrow.
Okay. You do so, and some of the estate workers bring um the madame to the cell, and you all can go freely follow the owl. Do you do so?
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. You follow the owl, and it seems to be polite and is actually leading you along streets rather than just flying over roofs so you can't follow it for portions. You actually are able to follow it. And then it leads you into this back alley, and there is like, it seems kind of dingy. It doesn't seem very great. Let me change the map to a different location.
Should I delete the broken crystal out of my inventory?
Yeah, if you picked it up, yeah.
Yeah, I picked up then sent it away again.
Okay. Um, you find yourselves in front of this house that's kind of dingy. It seems a little broken down. It's not in good repair. And the owl lands on the roof and hoots.
I climb up on the roof.
The owl stares at you. Yep, that's what it does. It stares at you.
Well, guys, there's no broken tires up here, I don't think. Do I see any?
You do not see broken tiles up here. Sorry. You do not see the same type of situation where tiles have slipped as if someone was stepping on them. It just looks like it's badly patched, and it is barely holding on. This roof is not in good condition.
As I'm climbing down, I'll say, this roof may need some repairs, but it doesn't look like anyone jumped on it today.
Do we sense anything like outside of the building?
And by sense, like, what kind of sense are you looking for?
Like a presence?
Um, y- you do see that somebody was mid working on some kind of stuff outside. So over here on the left hand side, somebody was working on kind of like woodworking and getting some stuff set up, but it's does not seem like it's been in use for a while.
Hmm. Do we want to take a peek inside, you guys?
Sure.
The door is easily opened. There does not seem to be any resistance to doing so. And when you open the door, you see a human man, but he is covered heavily in owl feathers. He is collapsed on the floor, and he is not responding.
Uh,
Is the arrows around him?
There are no owls around him.
No, the bow, the arrows.
Oh, the arrows. You do not see arrows around him, but you do see a bunch of owl feathers.
Can we see
ah,
hair? Like what color his hair is?
His hair is black and white. Thank you. I should have
okay.
said that from the beginning. Yes, yes, his hair is black and white. It
His
is not
outfit dirty.
in the token. It does not show that, but that's because I did not draw this artwork. What were you saying, Rika?
Does he have dirty clothes?
Yeah, and in fact, this whole place looks very dirty. It does not look very clean. Um, I, it looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a while.
Um,
Oh, I gotta
cool.
delete the
I
vote too,
see.
because I don't have that.
Can you speak up again, Kenichi? I can't hear what you said.
Oh, I'll talk to myself. I have to delete the vote because I sent it away too.
Oh,
You said he wasn't moving at all. Like, can we see if he's breathing?
he is breathing.
Okay.
Maybe I should just say hello.
With a hello, there's a hoot from him.
Oh.
Before we wake him up, maybe we should check in any crystals around, like the other room.
Oh. Smart.
Yeah, we can do that. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
There are several rooms in here. There's two of them. There's one up here and one down here.
I guess I'll check the one here.
Okay.
We'll check that one.
You check this one up here. Um, it seems to be kind of like a living room, dining room kind of situation. There are two what's it called? Oh my god. Ashes? Is that what it's called? Basically, like when you don't bury somebody underneath the ground, but you cremate them. Cremation ashes of two people in here, and there are two paintings. Rika, you would recognize them as the mother and daughter in that painting you picked up.
Okay.
Yeah. And in this room are smashed shards of that black crystal that was in the other estate.
I will collect a few of those again.
Well,
Um,
now we know what happened to the mother and daughter.
um,
Right.
you do not feel the sense that your magic is draining in this place, so there's definitely, if there were those black crystals here, they are currently not on or something like that. Rika, you want to investigate that
Gonna
other room?
investigate. Yeah.
Yeah. This seems to be a bedroom. It is extremely dirty. It looks like one of the beds is covered. Sorry, both beds are covered in owl feathers. No, that's wrong. Sorry. One bed is covered in owl feathers. Yeah. And there is a trail of owl feathers leading out of that room towards the man that is collapsed in the living room.
Okay.
And then one last room to check.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so if you, the doors for the two rooms out here are on the outside. And they are just the shower, or not shower, bath and toilet, bath and toilet, bathrooms, bathroom stuff. That's it.
Is it okay if I collect, let's say, two of the shadowed crystals?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Two
Um,
more black crystal pieces.
is there anything that we should, if we're gonna awaken, we should probably restrain him first because he's probably.
Right. Right.
I see a clothesline on the map, but do I see a clothesline?
Clothesline where? Oh, I see. On the right side, I see. Yeah, there's a clothesline. Yeah, for sure.
Can we use that, you guys, to tie him up?
Yeah. Go
Okay.
for it.
All right, cool. I don't know what I just clicked, but there's a clipboard there now.
Oh, Rika, can you make an investigation check? And also
Yeah.
Kenichi. Actually, all three of you, could you do an investigation check?
Oh, please
Hopefully
tell me it's a good number.
hopefully when we use the clothesline,
21.
we take the clothes inside. 10.
Okay. Rika, while you were investigating that room, you did find that there was a loose patch of bamboo on the floor, and you investigated it and pulled up, and you saw 3 arrows, one of which had blood at the tip of it.
Wait,
And it was, I wouldn't say it's fresh, but it's dried and definitely if it if this arrows had been living for 100 years, it's not 100-year-old blood, it's much more recent than that.
okay. I see.
Do you touch them?
Oh no. Uh well, knowing that Shrika's like knowing that she's like thinking like, okay, 3 arrows. They got owl feathers on them.
Yeah, they sure do, and they are orange in color, the arrows themselves.
And she's going, these are the arrows that if they pierce, right, they become owls. So
Yes.
she's thinking that the curse and going, and she would probably, if she can find like a cloth in the room or something, she'd probably use the cloth and touch it with the cloth.
Yeah.
Because she dare not touches it because she doesn't know if the curse is like passable if somebody touches it or.
Yeah, you maybe like grab a little bit of the bedding and wrap it up in that, and now you have
Right.
a bundled set of 3 arrows.
Nice. Yeah. Rika would just carry them out and show Kenichi and Subaru that she
Do you are
like,
are
I
the
found the arrows.
are the 3 of you outside discussing this or inside?
She would probably carry them out to them wherever they're at and
Let's
like
go grab
whisper
the
to them.
clothesline.
You would be outside of the clothesline? Okay, so I would say you all kind of gather around the clothesline. Rika, when you bring out those arrows, you see that the owl that was here, it flies over so you can clearly see it from the clothesline. And then another owl appears, and then another one, and then 5 more. And soon there's just this big horde of owls watching all of you.
Oh boy.
Oh.
We're the owl whisperers, guys.
Are
Can
they
I
are they happy
insight?
or are they mad?
They're just staring.
I'd like to insight check the owls to make sure they don't plan on taking the arrows.
Okay. Make a insight.
And yay, the Kenji gives me advantage. I'm so glad
Nice.
of that.
With a 20, these owls are not planning on stealing the arrows, at least as far as you can tell. But they are watching what you all are going to do with the arrows very carefully.
Guys, I think these may be the secret guardians of the feathers.
Ooh.
So maybe, if you don't mind, can I hold the arrows? Because I may have a slightly better grip just in case they try and take the cookies.
Sure. Don't touch the arrow bits or the full-on arrow.
In the tool area right around here, there wouldn't have been anything I could use to kind of bind them together.
Yeah, there's definitely like some rope or something for you to use.
Then I'll do that just to make it easier to hold.
Okay. It is 23 minutes past the time when we would end the session. I do have something I have to do in like an hour and 30 minutes, probably more like an hour. But I'm sure you all noticed that there's a map specifically for this house, so I'm sure maybe intuitively you would think there might be a potential combat session here.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think I want to run it because I think it'll possibly take more than 30 minutes.
Okay.
And things are.
It's a parenting duties.
Say that again?
I do need to get to parenting duties.
Okay, so I think we're gonna
Okay.
end it here. If Pixie
good.
comes back for next session, she will just come over because you brought the bodies over, right? And so she knows there's something wrong, so
Yep.
she came to help you all.
Yep.
So then we will, if a combat situation arises next session, we will deal with it then. If not, that's great. Then we just finish, what happened today. Yes.
Alright.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you all for playing. Do you have
Welcome.
any feedback for what happened today? You can do it feedback in one-on-one chat, DMs, or right now if you want to be public about it. Because I am making all of this up, so any feedback is really helpful.
only one question. I put it as bundle of 3 cost LLs. Is that okay?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay,
It's more a reminder for yourself.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Uh,
yeah, I am enjoying the campaign. You're doing a wonderful job, Goof. And
Yeah.
with the other PCs, having a lot of fun. They're hiding around and joking around as well.
Nice.
There's a good group.
Yeah.
yeah, those were fun first sessions.
Yeah. It
Fun.
was.
Okay. Well then,
How do you take negative?
okay, cool. Let me end the stream then. Anybody who joined the stream, thank you for watching. We will not be doing a session 3 next week. It'll be every other week starting for the next session. And then for you 3, that it'll be April 15th, I think, is the next session. Yeah. All right. Let me end the stream.
Yay, a raid and a